Good morning, everyone. It is 6:16 tomorrow and Monday, both first alert weather days. We're going to start you off tracking this coastal storm. So this is going to be, we're fast forwarding to this evening at 5 o'clock because our weather's going to be fine. I'm just going to track clouds throughout the day today. It's going to be pleasant, good weather. No worries here. First alert futurecast, you can see that low is going to be lifting its way northward heading into tomorrow. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock, still most of the state is pretty dry, but it's a late afternoon, especially evening and overnight. That's when we start to see the rain and the wind start to ramp up, and everything's coming in from that easterly direction. So that's why Long Island Sound, we're just, a little bit concerned about some of that inundation that could occur, especially we have 3 high tide cycles during, the height of this storm. As we take a look at beyond 4 o'clock, that's when we get some of that steadier, heavier rain and the stronger wind gusts ramping up into Monday morning. It's a holiday. That can be a good thing for many of us, not having to go out and about in the worst kind of conditions, but those folks that do, you're going to have to be mindful of that heavy rain, of the strong wind gusts. There could be limbs down, things like that, and there could be power outages. So have double ways of getting that alarm to go off just in case the power goes off. So as we go through the rest of Monday, things start to kind of wind down a little bit, but still a blustery kind of day. And we're talking about those winds that start to ramp up some tomorrow morning, but we're in that 15 to 25 mile gust range. That's 5 o'clock on First Alert Futurecast, 9 o'clock, 15 to 25. Then it starts to get a little higher, closer to that 25 to 30 mile per hour range at 3 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow. But look at 5 a.m. Monday. That's when we have those stronger gusts, 30, maybe 40 miles per hour. Slightly greater chance of that along the immediate shoreline, the higher terrain, even Monday afternoon, and still some gusts around for Monday night. So yeah, this is a zone where the 30, 40 is likely, maybe 40 plus along the immediate shoreline. We got a lot of leaves out there, and this could all come down, of course, so you want to enjoy the fall foliage while you can today. But a lot of these leaves will come down, and you could also get some limbs to come down too. So preparing for those power outages. Look at this new data locally across our state. There could be an inch or two, perhaps a little higher, but really it's looking like Rhode Island and southeastern Mass. I'm going to have to let my family know about it. It's looking like a lot of rain there. Storm watch, and you can get all these updates through the First Alert weather app through Long Island Sound. Those winds 50 knots possible, seas 6 to 9 feet. Yeah, and then we of course have 3 high tide cycles between Sunday afternoon and Monday. And we could be talking about a 1.5 to 2.5 feet of inundation during those high tide cycles. So we're preparing for that potential flooding there. But for today, it's looking absolutely fantastic for the Hartford Marathon. We're going to have mostly cloudy skies, low 50s generally. So if you're going out there to watch, cheer people on, you are going to need that jacket. But everyone else is just loving those temperatures. Of course, we have the Southington Apple Harvest Festival wrapping up this weekend. Great today. And then we're getting to the shower activity, especially later in the afternoon. So the front part of the day is looking better tomorrow than the second part of the day. All day for any one of these fairs or any other event you're going to today. We go from those mid 40s this morning, Riverton Fair, to the low 60s this afternoon. And then it's tomorrow. You have the driest weather in the early morning hours through the early afternoon, and then the rain and the wind starts to ramp up some. So yeah, fairly overcast right now in Old Saybrook. We'll have temperatures much milder than yesterday, right? Some 15 to 20 degrees, some 40s and low 50s generally across our state. Winds are calm right now. Things are looking good, but they start going downhill. Giving you that first alert on those first alert weather days, especially tomorrow afternoon, at night into Monday morning, Monday afternoon. Wet and windy conditions. Finally, that low gradually departs on Tuesday. We're going to have some nice, pleasant weather around here. And then we look ahead towards the latter part of the week. Looking pleasant, just a little bit cooler. Just subtle changes with our First Alert 7-day forecast towards the end of it, with those numbers going down here.